life tension in the talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. It was a cold January afternoon in 1946. A perturbed questioner, Mr. Joshi, said to Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, "I am a beginner. How should I start?" Bhagavan replied in his characteristic way, "Where are you now? Where is the goal? The self is not somewhere far away to be reached. You're always there." This prompted Lokamma, a lady in the audience, to sing a Tamil song that Bhagavan immediately recognized as one by Avudai Akkal. Bhagavan then reportedly said, "Mother used to sing this song very often." This repeats the very same thing we have been talking about now. Bhagavan continued, "Avudai Akkal has composed a great many songs. They are very popular in those parts, Madurai and other nearby districts. Some of them have been published. Still, so many remain unpublished. They have been handed down orally from generation to generation, mostly through women, who learn them by heart, hearing them from others, and singing them along with those who already know them. For 300 years, Avudai Akkal songs were sung, circulated, and preserved for posterity by women, especially widows, who gained solace, comfort, and knowledge from the lyrical Vedanta compositions. Akka explains the difficult metaphysical truths of Vedanta in a simple and unique way, often using familiar motives rooted in the daily activity of the women of those times. Who was Avudai Akkal? What took her to the great teaching of Advaita? Avudai was born into an orthodox Brahmin family of the Shenkote, and her parents raised her with love and care. In keeping with tradition, she was married off at a very young age to a neighbor's son. So young, so as not to know who a groom was, or what marriage itself implied. Soon there was weeping in the house, and when she asked about the cause of the gloom and tears, she was told that the neighbor's child had died. Her immediate reaction was, "Why cry so much for a boy who has died in another house?" With her first menstruation, she was initiated into the rites of widowhood, such as tonsure, breaking of bangles, mandatory white sari, and relegation to a dark interior room, with a lifelong stigmatization as an inauspicious woman. She was inconsolable at the thought that such was to be her destiny. The famous founder of Bhajana Sampradaya and a scholar, Thiruvisailathur Sridhara Venkatesha Ayyawal, was invited by the then King of Travancore to conduct the worship of Shiva on Shivaratri Day. Sri Venkatesha set out with a group of disciples, walking from Kumbakonam. On the way he passed through Shenkote and was welcomed by the Brahmins of the Agrahara. As he passed Akka's house, where the threshold was neither swept clean nor decorated with the kolam, his legs became transfixed. He stood there singing the name of God. Akka flew out of the house like an arrow leaving the bow of a death tornado, fell sweeping at his feet and begged him to save her from her fate as a widow. Ayyawal compassionately told her not to worry, but to come to the riverside mandapam in the evening to receive initiation. The outlookers were outraged at Akka's audacity and pushed her back into the house. They confronted Sridhara Ayyawal and rebuked him for encouraging the child widow. Heedless of all this, Akka managed to escape the house in the evening, went to the mandapam, and received the Upanishadic Mahavakya Aham Brahmasmi from her guru. Akka is supposed to have lived near her master by the holy river Kaveri for many years, experiencing the supreme Advaitic truth. She began singing songs about this experience of sublimity. Her state of deep samadhi is legendary. Akka was called an Unmatta, one who wanders like a mad woman, spiritually intoxicated. She composed her songs while in this state. A few women devotees, probably widows, attended to her when she was in the state of divine inebriation. They followed her, learned her songs, and passed this treasure on to other women. Slowly her songs became known in every local Brahmin household. There may have been a time perhaps when the women of all the households in Tirunelveli district sang the songs. The story about Akka's departure from the world claims that she told her 3 intimate women, disciples, to accompany her to a famous Kutralam waterfalls and the mountains, and when they all climbed the cliff by the Shambhaka Aruvi waterfalls, she gestured to them not to follow her further. She walked on, never to return. Her disciples waited for a long time and then searched for her, but there was no trace of Akka or her remains. All that was left was a priceless legacy of the songs, which were taught to younger women and thus kept in circulation. Today, we are thankful to B Vijayashree and her music party for entering Avudai Akkal's songs in classic Carnatic style. Vijayashree's performance is a true homage to Mother Arakamma, Bhagwan Ramana's mother, who sang Akka's songs on different occasions. We are deeply indebted to Ramana Kendra for kindly giving this space to us for today's recital. We are indebted to the young and talented Saraswati Subramanya who enthusiastically made posters for this program. We are thankful to Mr. Subramanyam and Dr. Ratna Kapoor for kindly printing the posters, and we are really indebted to Mr. V.K. Jain for making all the audio arrangements, and to all others who would not like their names to be taken in today's preparations. Last but not the least, we offer our pranams to Reverend Swami Prabodhananji, who has abundantly blessed us with Vedanta Shastras to enable us to understand Avudai Akkal's songs.